Hello!
Woo!
Yeah. So this is Mark. I'm trying to do some techie stuff on the lovely game Flat Planet Escape that we've been working on since 1 o'clock this morning. This afternoon, I mean. What we have, we've got this awesome... No, I can't even press this. We have this awesome little video of what we were doing initially with the level design. So the level design, we were basically trying to map it out in Excel, so we had to play around with that. We created some awesome stuff there. We went in and then we started doing some mood boardy things. We came up with some titles for our, wherever it is. Game. I'm going to give up on the scrolling here. So yeah, you can see we've got some inspiration from Crisis. We've taken some inspiration from Don't Starve as well. So we had a couple of little ideas here of kind of what we want to do. We wanted the imagery to be black and white, very simple, straightforward.
Yeah, it's just like sort of the bare essential sort of thing to show you what's going on and leave a lot to your imagination.
We decided on this font for Agency FB font for all of our text that's going to kind of start appearing. We haven't really done those for this release yet in terms of putting them in the game, but that's kind of what we're doing. So we're going to have these different information pop-ups, we're going to have headings, we're going to have player names potentially somewhere. So we just kind of decided on sizings and things like that. We then went on and started to set up a little storage on Dropbox. We set up a domain and we set up, I don't know, I've got blank spaces. We set up some Google Analytics. We did some stuff here for the feedback, so we wanted to get people's feedback. And then we started writing some PHP code to basically get all of this stuff working nicely together. The rest of the stuff that we did is audio. We did some cool stuff there.
Yeah, we had to do a bit of a mess around to see what would work best and give like a sort of atmosphere to otherwise text. So you have some sort of context that your brain can sort of fit it all into. You're very silent over there.
I'm waiting for something that I can
Talk to.
have an opinion about.
Okay, all right. Here's Daniel's stuff. So we went through and did some mock-ups.
Yeah, these are the mock-ups for the user interface.
You're good. Tell us more about it. What did you go for when you were creating it?
I guess clarity is the most important thing for the interface. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's sized for a phone, so we got that stuff working. So in the browser, it's a little bit big, so you have to scroll down for your actual controls. We'll figure that out when we get to it. And we basically have, got some basic controls. I've got the sound happening, and some more stuff on the loop. You can see it's all over the place. But the UI is something that we're still kind of tweaking and working on. We were trying to figure out this stuff. This was basically what kind of information do we actually need to store in the game itself. So X position, Y position, health, team. And Daniel had a lot of input on all of these, as well as kind of what else we wanted to do. And then we got all of that working. We had a bit of a playthrough here, which was basically trying to figure out
What the player can see.
Yeah, field of vision for the player.
And this is pretty important because it will fundamentally change the way people play, in my opinion.
And because you can't see anything, you don't want to be totally blind. You want to have some ability to guess where you got to go.
And so we decided that the player, as they stand, would see that much field of vision on what they were kind of looking at. So you could kind of say, yes, I'm actually hearing some stuff, or yes, I'm seeing some stuff, or nothing there. So that would be the only information the player would get.
And we had to balance gameplay with the story in some way, and giving the player like a helmet that limits what they can see to give this context, I guess.
And again, that's due to the planet being unstable and all this other stuff happening around them. So
it all just...
It all kind of makes sense, even though it's a weird flat planet, but apart from that, it's all good.
It's the present from, was it Superman? One of those, like, the old ones?
Now we were experimenting as well with making the field of vision a bit wider, but we decided against that because it would just get people to be a little bit more confused when we said it's ahead of them, and would just be one square, and on the left 2 squares. We decided to trim that back and go back to basics over here.
It makes more sense too. You don't see like you don't have this field of vision and then it stops there. It sort of spreads. So having it go like how it is quite does it make sense?
Yeah,
logical.
Yeah.
That's a word.
Jared did some concepts as well for the screens. So this is the guy teleporting away.
Yeah, it's like tearing up and then he'll be reassembled elsewhere. Teleportation.
So this would happen after he takes, like he's dead basically, right?
Yeah.
To save him.
Yeah. And what else we had here is we basically asked some people for some help, and we did some other cool things.
Just popping into saying,
and
how you going?
we're just recording a video.
Oh, sorry.
What else did we do? So we had a look at this, and this is basically a little bounty that we wanted to get some people's help on character work. And then afterwards, we kind of incorporated that, but we also had a video up on YouTube of some of the stuff from there. And yeah, we pretty much kept working on things. We redesigned the front page of the site to be a little bit more friendly for phones. So we've made stuff a lot bigger, just so that people can kind of click on things easier and get into the game faster. Nothing huge, just kind of making it simpler for them. Added some cool stuff there. And again, that's kind of where our head's at. And so we've got a working game, we've got all of these things like health and which planet side you're on, because there's 2 sides to the flat plane. What stuff you have in an inventory, because we don't have anything yet, and whether you're going to circle around the world when you move around. So that's the limits of our game right now. Doesn't seem like much visually, but I think we've got a good solid game.
What we also have is a lot of hype.
And we have a lot of hype, which is important for games on my side. You know, I think it's an important part of all this stuff.
If there's an award for hype,
it's just
get it.
It's a bit crazy because of what we decided to do in the time we've got.
Yeah, I think that's all it comes down to. So again, thank you for watching the videos. We hope it was entertaining. We hope we're trying to stick to our little release cycles as well.
Yeah.
We're doing well. I guess we're just starting this one here, so we're doing a little bit of a video to kind of wrap up what we did previously and then get back into this. And by midnight tonight, we're hoping to have another release and get more people excited about the game, get people playing it, get people actually using it. And
that'd be cool. That'd be cool having everyone, instead of working on their games, playing ours, helping us improve ours.
At least once every 15 minutes, making a move. I mean, that's what we want. We want people to feel a self-satisfaction that, hey, I can check this out every 15 minutes, make a move.
I mean, actually doing something too, not just.
And if we found people actually willing to play it now,